you guys think a Gil take on Gobert shouldn't have missed the game for the birth of his child? It all depends. If it's a playoff game, we gonna have another baby.
Right.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to the playoff. If it's the Super Bowl, I'm damn sure ain't missing that. In Rudy's case, the baby was born, and I'm hoping that mother and child was okay.
I'm out of there.
Once I find out mother and child is okay, I think it's his first child. So
let him get to number 2. He might FaceTime. He might Zoom the whole thing.
But Ocho, that's something
with her
that you need to have discussed beforehand. So therefore, when it happens, nobody's surprised.
I'm playing. I ain't missing no game.
Hey, get it in July. So guess what? The off season, the baby come out in the off season. Guys, y'all gotta play a little better.
So I saw it on It Is What It Is. I saw, Cam and Mace kind of chopping it up. What are your thoughts on Rudy Gobert missing game 2 for the birth of his child?
Ooh, that's tough. Me being a father and having that experience in real time and witnessing the birth of my twin boys, I would have missed the game.
Yeah.
It's nothing in life that can compare to that moment. And I'm a pretty even keel guy. I don't get too high, I don't get too low. I'm pretty level for the most part. But the level of emotion that you have, like witnessing the birth of your child or children, man, I can't put it into words. So I respect him for missing the game, and I'm pretty sure his teammates understood that, because that's just a moment that you cannot buy back.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah, my thoughts are like, I agree. It's a moment you can't get back. I saw somebody say Kobe would have found a way to do both. That's Kobe. Kobe definitely would have found a way to be at both. Like, if he had to play and then leave the game, or if he had to be there and as soon as the child is born, leave there and try to get there, which is probably not even feasible to do that, because they're in Minnesota, and they were playing in Denver.
That's probably not a bad flight, though. That's
probably not a bad flight. So in my mind, I'm like, if there was a way to do both, you need to do both. But you know what? People having the debate, it really don't even matter, because they still whoop the Nuggets without him. So it's like, if they lose, maybe then it's a conversation. But when you whoop on the Nuggets the way they did, it don't even matter. He did the right thing in hindsight, right?
I think people take away the human element when it comes to athletes. There's people just like us that get money for what they do. And they only play 82 games and they have the playoffs and stuff like that. But life things happen. Like, if the birth, how would you feel? Would you take a day off work to witness the birth of your?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. People look at it like athletes are supposed to do something different because their job is our entertainment. But at the end of the day, if you're talking about somebody who works a regular job, they're not going to go to work. I don't care if I got a presentation with the CEO. If my child is being born, then we're going to either push the presentation back so I can still execute on that the way that I was going to kill it. And we're going to still do it. Or somebody else got to do the presentation. I'm not going to miss my child being born to go to work, right? And so when you make it that simple and take the fact that it's a professional athlete and you're talking about sports out of it, and you're just talking about the fact that this is his job, right? This is what he gets paid to do. Ain't nobody else missing work. Ain't nobody else going to work and missing the birth of their child. So it's like, when you put it that way, it's very simple. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. Again, to your point, I don't have any children myself, but that's a moment that you can't get back. You can't, you have another child and you still didn't see that child that you missed the birth of. It's just something you can't get back. You can play another game too in the second round of the NBA playoffs.
And there's no guarantee on that, but I guarantee if it so happens that you're fortunate enough to have another child and you're there for that birth and you missed the first birth, you're gonna look back and say, well, damn, like, I missed the first one. Like, this is crazy. I can't envision me missing another one of these if we decide to have another child.
Yeah, but and then on the other side of it, it's like, maybe baby wasn't even born till after the game. So maybe there would have been a way, had you suited up and was just kind of on call, like she going into labor, that you could have played and made it. I don't know. It's a tough thing. I respect anybody who goes on either side of that argument, because it's arguments on both sides for why you should do either or.
Yeah, we can get into the particulars. I'm not gonna go ahead and put a bow on this thing, because we can get into the particulars.
Yeah, for sure. But again, I think me and Dub are on the same side that, like, hey, I don't knock Rudy Gobert for doing what he did. Shout out to him on the new blessing to his family, the new addition. And shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves for holding it down for their guy while he was away handling family business. They up 2-0. The defending champs are on the rope. Let's see what the Nuggets are able to do to bounce back.